Cool, got the treatment on deck. You already know what I'm saying. Hey, again, yo, this is Quentin, the director and writer of Dolla. Okay, so we're gonna go over the treatment and a little bit about the film today. So, Dolla, okay, it's a drama about a guy named Akeem who needs to take a bus to an interview, but when he realizes that he doesn't have his bus money, he has to learn to accept humility from a homeless person in order to make this trip to this interview. Little backstory about this. This actually happened. This literally happened to me. So I was catching the bus in Hollywood, and I was kind of going through something at the time, and so then this guy comes up to me and he's like, I already knew the homeless dude. He was like, he was asking like, hey, do you have any money? And I was like, dude, no, I literally don't. And then he was like, oh, really? And then he pulls out some money. He's like, yo, here you go. I was like, what the fuck? Like, word? Like, you're really giving me money, dude. Like, I'm like, you're dope. And that stuck with me like so heavy because I'm like, yo, dude, like I was over here just like brushing him off, and then Riley, he's like, he has like a bigger heart than I had, So I'm like, wow, dude, like you're super tight. That's what inspired the film, and I really wanted to, to help people understand that, look, don't judge people for what they look like at all. They might have the biggest heart on the planet, and they're willing to help you. So so we got the treatment. This title page actually represents a lot. Mood and color. As you see, we have a teal. It kind of gives off like an Atlanta Matrix-ish vibe. So I'll go ahead and read it out for you. The color tones of the film are primarily tones of color. Color, cooler hints. I don't know how to read. Of blue in an apartment, warm tones in the exterior, minus the tone which would have a green tint, right? So the reason why I went for this mood was just going back to because when I direct, I direct a lot from my own internal knowledge and internal research. So whenever I've feel any type of there's an issue going on, I've always somehow I just feel like teal. You know what I mean? And teal is a very cool color, and it's it can sometimes feel lonely, and I feel like this character definitely felt lonely inside, that he has to Akeem has to fend for himself and make everything on his own, where it's okay to ask for help, right? But he's very lonesome. So I always coincided coolness with loneliness, and just it just felt right. And I feel tonality wise it goes well with the film in the first scene. In the film, the tunnel is really that transition point, right? So this guy's he's already having pretty much of a shitty day, and then it gets even worse in the tunnel, so that green is what really represents change for me, and then change and growth. So when you think about green, think about trees and how plants and stuff like that, how they grow. Hold on. Shout out to the homie, Big Daddy Chlorophyll, the bro. It's green, it grows. So green is representing growth, and it's the transitional part of the film, right? And so then we go into the warmth side of the film, and this is where the actual growing happens, right? So warmth is, you think of warmth, you think sometimes comfort, you think happiness, you think lightness, right? So basically warmth really means comfort for me, where he needs to realize where the real comfort is, which is being open to ask for help, so, and realizing that don't judge everyone by their exterior appearance, you'll know what intention people have, what intention someone has. So being open for that, having an open heart, for me feels warm. So that's why I want that warmth, scene. So all right, let's go to the next one. The apartment. All right, so the tourist apartment. There's a lot of reading here. I'm not gonna read it. So just kind of explain the world. So basically, this guy's in LA and he's looking for work. Okay, he lives in an apartment with, I believe I wrote 6 guys. Yeah, no, 7. I am sorry, 7 in a 3-bedroom apartment. So I really want to make the world feel almost like San Francisco, almost like San Francisco, where it's it's normal for there to be 7 dudes and where people in just one apartment just to live. Same thing in LA. LA is expensive as hell, yo. So I really wanted that world to feel impacted almost like a college environment, but like there's like 6, 7, you know, college students and like that, and like they're just like super broken, you know. They all have their own habits and it's just a mess. You know, you see in the film, it's like super messy and like that, right? Shout out to Alex Sampson, like amazing production designer. He went in and did his thing. This coolness is like how I represented, like how I mentioned before, the coolness in the film is all inside of like this apartment, because this is all this guy knows, and he's like literally battling his own demons within himself and his own insecurities. So that's a complete reflection of the apartment. You really have to have a fine eye to see it. Just a little Easter egg. There's a painting that we picked up, and basically it was a lion eating this lady, right? So it's in the hallway. You can barely see it, but it's literally like the representation of what's going on right now. What this film is like really about is like, don't stop eating yourself up. Like, the more you don't ask for help, the more you are. You know what I mean? So it's always good to ask for help. So that's why I wanted that painting there. It's like a little tidbit. Street tunnel. So as you can see, it's I actually have like the actual photo of the tunnel, and it's green, so it literally works out perfect. And then like what's funny is like Josh, the DP, he f***ing killed it, dude. Like that shot on the top right picture, he nailed that shot down so perfect. I was like, dude, how did you do this, man? But yeah, so there's a lot of symbolism in with like all of these shots. Specifically, if you see the top right shot, so when I went scouting for the throughout this like location, I found the broken fence, and basically like that represents after he exits the tunnel, you see him through that broken, torn fence. So it's like a foreshadow of a breakthrough. You know, he broke through something so tough, you know, but he's breaking through this tough experience with, you know, meeting Reggie, Courtney, you know, the character, the homeless guy, and proceeding from there. Now, if you look in the top left corner, there's a red phone booth, right? So red is an ongoing motif. Like in the beginning scene, like you see like a red cup, and then at the end you see a red cup. You know, so basically the main significance of that is, you know, when you think of red, you think of like, oh, danger. You know what I mean? Red lining right here. This is not dangerous at all. Literally, it's red. It's just like, I'm just put it up there because it's like actually pretty significant to the film. Anyway, red, you assume that red is danger, right? But it isn't until like you see the film that like that red cup is what, you know, the homeless man has money in it. He's willing to give it to like this guy, you know? So, which initially in our mind, we think red, like I said, like it's a dangerous color, but in reality, like we judged it like how we're judging this homeless person. It's a whole, you know, it's a right word paradox. I think the right word is paradox. Yeah. And then obviously we have the bus shot, which we didn't really get that shot. We got a better shot, you know. Anyway. So Reggie, yo, my bro, Courtney McDonald, amazing actor. He's phenomenal. He kills shit all the time. He's like literally like a dope homie of mine, and an amazing actor. I learned every time like I work with Courtney, I've like learned so much from like, you know, acting wise and directing wise. It's like the dopest thing. So basically, Reggie, he is the homeless man in the film. He's the one who has a red cup, who has the money and tries to offer money to Akeem, the main character. So yeah, so basically his character really represents humility. You know, he represents someone who understands what it is to go through struggle, and so he understands that everyone needs help at some point. So Courtney killed that role. He's the shit. He f***ing kills it. You know what I mean? Akeem is played by Chris Rouse. Okay, Chris is a boss. Like he kills it. Yo, new actor too. This dude started acting, yo, and like snap out of nowhere, yo, and like I like literally just found out that like he started acting not too long ago, and I was like, wow, dude, you're so good. But he plays as Akeem. Akeem is, you know, he's a young black guy who, you know, just got out of college and he's like still trying to find some work, but it's not working out that well. So with the world of Akeem in his mind, we get to really like see what it is and how it feels to really go through it on your own and not ask for help, and to be like that one-man show. In contrast to like what happens when you do accept help. I have location photos here. These are all the locations. So like the location where if you look at the bottom right hand side, that was like actually where the real, you know, incident happened, where I met the homeless dude. And right above that, you can see that gas station. That's like, you know, where it happened. Damn, we really got all these shots. It's pretty lit. And my mom, she's not the truth, but like my mom acted in the film too. So she holds the real theme of the film, right? Not being afraid to ask for help. And she absolutely sent the role to an amazing place. She's amazing. Like, I'm so thankful and grateful that I was able to have my mom, you know, my superstar, to be in the film. And you know, she inspires me so much, and I'm so thankful that she was able to you know, make it happen and hop in. So, and also I played in the film too, which is, I mean, like, it was funny because like my professor back in college said I was a terrible actor. You know, I only acted through like, you know, necessity, because like there's like, you know, I had like an actor drop out like a school project, so I was like, I'll just act in it. He said I was terrible and I should, you know, I need, like, don't, that's for me. So I said, you, I'm just gonna end up doing it. So like I acted, I put myself in and just had like a quick little role and stuff. But yeah, that's the film. Hey, thank you all for watching. Please stay tuned for like all the dope stuff that's being released to build up the hype for Nia Dollar. And yeah, we're just gonna keep it. We're gonna keep this thing going, yo. So yeah, we out here.